Hello and welcome back to Your Dry Delight, and we're continuing from where we left off, which I kind of vaguely remember who we were going for. I believe we were going for him, I think? Anyway, I don't know, I'll make remember. Well, let's tell you where we left off. So yes, woe is me and my delicate tongue. Because I believe we got some drink. Really, where do they get the stuff? Is that all homebrewed? Surely there's a big cellar. Of course. Why, the biggest cellar in town, no less. So he does know. Now I just have to. But more importantly, why don't you tell me a little more about yourself? Or a lot more. I promise you, I won't mind. Alright, play it cool, Richter. Can't rush this, or he'll catch on. I'm nobody special, really. I help civilians safe, serve the city, and all that. His smirk deepened for some reason. Just another average fella here to relax after a hard day's work. Hoping to take the edge off. That's all I gotta say? Just Are you just gonna sit there and... Great, I was thinking the same thing! So I was just gonna sit there and me all night? Or what? Well, I don't mean to be rude, but I have a sneaking suspicion that... you're lying. Oh. Impossible. You can already tell. Was Leslie right? Am I really that bad at this? Probably. Why don't you be honest with me, Jack? Be honest with you? I'm not. Meyer leans ever more, this time sneaking an arm about my shoulders, pulling me in close. Oh, that's like closer. Nope, it's close. I swallow, trying to keep a hold of myself as his lips brush against my ear. He can't know. There's no way he knows. You're really a smitcha, aren't you? A smitcha? Confused, I steal a side glance at Meyer, and his eyes glimmer back at me mischievously. What the fuck was that? Something happened with the record player? A pimp, of course. Oh, geez, sure, we're a pimp. What? Oh, you can't fool me with that act, Jack. I saw you looking around earlier for any attractive girls. Subtle as a train wreck. Lord have mercy. If I have to pretend to be a pimp, I think I'll just run out the door instead. Poof. A little laugh spills out of Meyer before he can bite it back. Care to tell me what's so funny? Just teasing. Forgive me. I didn't mean any offense. Nor did I think you'd nearly faint on the spot. But I was quite ready to catch you. Alright, you got me. I was just, you know, afraid that my good name might be ruined. Shook me up. Secretly, of course, I'm mostly only relieved that he didn't actually see through the lie. So that might be a problem. If I remember correctly, he's totally not a mobster. Or a gang leader, or whatever it was. That was too close for comfort. Oh, naturally. An upstanding civil servant like you is obligated to maintain his saintly reputation, right? Bartender, another round for this gentleman, if you please. We're gonna be here for quite a while. And that was how I got pulled into a night of drinking with my new companion. It soon grows clear that Meyer isn't going to let anything important slip what? What? It soon grows clear that Meyer isn't going to let anything important slip. He manages to dodge all my questions like a pro boxer ducking punches. Okay. Time to turn to back. Too invested to turn back. I know he knows something. He knows something. But we're just dancing around the subjects. Also, I noticed this is like a liquor drink, I think. Interesting thing that they put there. Just a small little thing I noticed. And as much as I hate to admit it, it's fun talking to him. So much so that I nearly forgot what I came here to do. Well, it'd be great if you remind us, because I kind of don't remember. The way he gives me all this attention is, well, flattering in a way. Who are you? While we banter back and forth, I noticed sketchy-looking men from earlier throwing glances towards us. Are they looking at me? At Meyer? Just trying to get the bartender's attention? I can't tell, but I got a feeling we're being watched. If you don't mind, Jack, I have a question for you. An elbow nudges against my side, interrupting my thoughts. A question? Sure, I'm all ears. Okay. Well, that gives me an odd suspicion what's gonna happen. We're gonna get in trouble? Is he actually on to us? Are these men after him? Turn my head back toward the Meyer, only see him already pressed close to my side. Our cheeks are nearly brushing together. You wouldn't happen to be looking for underground work, would you? Maybe? My heart skips a beat. He's finally bringing it up. You could say that, more or less. Well, in that case, how about we make a deal? I'll trade you a little business info in exchange for something on your end. Ooh, do we get a choice here? Whiskers, what the fuck? I'm tired. He whispers conspiratorially to me, lips curled upward in a sly, daring smirk. Kind of words. Something, huh? What kind of something are we talking about here? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. His breath lightly tickles my cheek. For a second, my focus gets a little hazy. All I can see are those sparkling green eyes. My mind races through all the things he might want from me. Things I'd normally never think of, until now. Bring me a cassata cake. What is this? God, I'm like burping and my nose is plugged. A cassata cake is a traditional cake from Sicily, Italy. Consists of sponge cake, cottage cheese, and candied fruit. Various types of icing. There are different types of cassata gained popularity in Cleveland, Ohio in the early 1920s. The La Puma Spumoni and Bakery began making a version filled with strawberries custard, covered with whipped cream. At the best of the owner's children who didn't like the original cassata, variation became known as the Cleveland Cassata Cake, which is still made in Cleveland today. I should probably look at that. What is that? Cassata Cake. Maybe I'll have the image pop up so if anyone will look it up. Somewhere right here, probably. Cassata Cake. Now then. He just wants a cake? A cassata cake, type from Frank's Bakery on the east side. Almost certainly not kosher, but I won't tell if you don't. I've heard they've changed the recipe to something simply amazing. But let's just say I'm not very welcome in that neighborhood. Not exactly the offer I was expecting. A cake. Right. I'll think about it. No promises. Playing coy, are we? Very well, I see how it is. He exhales a small laugh that brushes my skin again, sending a little tingle down the nape of my neck. Please, think it over carefully. And if you decide to accept my offer, come back here tomorrow night. How does that sound, Jack? I hesitantly nod. Can this wise guy really be part of some criminal outfit? Trading information for cakes? Perfect. It will be plenty worth your while. So keep that in mind. And he finally pulls back. I subconsciously exhale the breath I didn't know I'd been holding. No matter how I look at it, it's acting sweet on me. Which means... I had a feeling at the moment. Someone's having a crush. Or strong affection for them. Okay. That makes sense. Of course, it's not like anyone would notice, crowded as this place is. Do you happen to have a favorite kind of drink? Casually throws another question out, catching me off guard. I want to have it ready for you tomorrow night. That's awfully nice of you. Well, my favorite drink. Guess that'd be... I don't know what kind of character... Well, I mean, because he wants something sweet, maybe? I don't know. I'd say whiskey, because that's a straight-up answer. I don't know, something sweet? If he's anything like, crap, what's his name? Franz. I would imagine sweet? Let's go for that, let's see what happens. Because I don't know what gets me to whose route. I've not looked at anything about this game, really, of how these characters are. So, I mean, except for the little information that the trailer gave, I mean, yeah. I don't know, something sweet? Something sweet to mask how bad it tastes? Oh. That a problem? Meyer stares at me in stunned silence, clearly! What? What's with that look? Small choke sound leaks from his throat, the kind you make when you're stifling a laugh. He's razzling me again, isn't he? Razzing me. I've heard this, I believe. Razz someone is to heckle or tease them. Comes from a shortened form of raspberry? In the sense of a contemptuous sound, okay. Yes, of course. Something sweet, understand. I'll make sure to take excellent care of both you and your refined palate. You're acting like I've already made up my mind. You're leaving? Meyer sips the last of his coffee and pushes it away, smoothing his hair back with one hand. I'm afraid so, Jack. I've got some business to attend to, but I do hope I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and tonight's drinks are my treat, as a small token of thanks for your delightful company. With a last known wink, Meyer slips away from the counter and slips into the crowd, mingling with the drunken sea. He left so suddenly. I wonder what business he's attending to. Well, never mind. I guess that concludes tonight's investigation. What a ride. I leave the speakeasy unsure whether Meyer pulled one over on me, or if I actually pulled one over on him. He's sure something, that Meyer. No one's ever swept me in their pace so fast before. I can almost still feel the warmth of his breath on my skin, because he did like multiple times. Just the drinking talking. Just the drink. Of that poor attempt to reassure myself, I stuff my hands in my pockets and begin to sobering walk home. Okay. So I guess the next day, the gentle chirping of birds outside the window, the laughter of children on their way to school. Blinding sun, because we're drunk. Why is our office so goddamn bright? Oh my head. The things I do for this job, I swear. As I sit in my chair, sipping my morning coffee and trying to ignore this horrible hangover, my eyes drift up to the clock. Leslie's even later than normal. Nope, nothing's wrong. He doesn't come in soon. Maybe I should just leave a note and go nap in my car. And speak of the devil, here he is! Good morning. I don't know what voice we'll give him. Figure it out as we go. We did for the other guy. As if I'd summoned him from the bowels of sunny hell, Leslie suddenly burst into the office. In one hand he's holding a stack of paperwork, and in the other... food? God damn it! Is that a cake? Fresh from Frank's Bake. Oh, wait a second. We need that cake! I just realized that. This is from Frank's Bakery. Is this so-called cake that we need? Anyways. Fresh from Frank's Bakery. I tell ya, those fellows really nailed the casa, whatever this is. Leslie reaches into the paper bag to grab a piece and happily stuff his face, chewing away with relish. The exact same cake Meyer asked for last night, isn't it? Is this some kind of conspiracy? Is every man in Cleveland eating these cakes except me? Oh? Pausing, Leslie leans in to peer at my face, frowning gently. You look a little under the weather, Richter. Your hair's all messy, too. I haven't even gotten my hands on it yet. Think this is the voice we'll give him. Well, fuck it, why not? Wait, don't tell me. No, you're not hungover, are you? Richter, you naughty boy. Listen, boss, could we just get to our reports? Changing the subject, I see. Absolutely shameless. Leslie, who seems to think my hangover is the funniest thing in the world, chuckles all the way over to his office chair. Yeah, laugh it out of your system while I sit here. Oh, for a spontaneous eclipse. I'll let you, fuck, yes? With us? Yes. Thank. I'll let you start off then, my little parting partner. What did you find out last night? In between shots, that is. Well, from what I've heard, it sounds like the Italians aren't running Specie, or even most of the liquor business. If I had to guess, it's either a big street gang or the Jewish Mafia. The Jewish Mafia? It's true. They've been growing in size around here lately, or so I've heard. What makes you think it's them, though? I heard a couple of fellas talking about the Italian Mafia's competition, so it can't be them. To that, the man I drank with, he was Jewish, and I have a pretty strong feeling he's some kind of mobster. But he totally isn't, right? Oh, tell me more. Peering up curiously, Leslie props his chin on his hands and leans forward to gaze at me from across his desk. He's got a bit of a whipped cream on one corner of his mouth, but I pretend not to notice. Guy said his name was Meyer, for starters. He was all dressed a little too confident, and... Should I tell Leslie about the flirting? I mean, doesn't really need to know. I'd sort of like to enjoy the memory without being scolded, but... And? I don't... You know, we'll just see who we go for. We'll pick what we feel like. Probably gonna get the shittiest ass ending. But at the same time, the game said there's like supposed to be only 2 endings, I think. I don't know, he flirted with me. Probably won't like it, but we'll see. He may have been flirting with me. He what? Phrase's voice incredulously. There we go, I think. Jaw-dropping. Well, could have been that I just misread things, but... the nerve. Unacceptable! Leslie pushes out of his chair and begins to pace around the office. I can't tell if he's genuinely angry or just fussing like he normally does. How dare he? Flirting with my junior partner! I feel like I'm just changing voice again. Really? That's the issue you have with it? Poor smart, defenseless Richter. It's the mercy of a small, cruel gangster. If only I'd been there! I'm bigger than you, boss. This Meyer had better watch out. Mark my word. Boss? He freezes when I call out to him in frustration. Well, when he gives me the innocent, did I do something wrong expression, I can't really stay annoyed, can I? Would you just please sit down so I could finish my report? Oh, you weren't... Ew. What was it? There it is, I think. Oh, you weren't finished? Thought about that? Sheepishly clearing his throat, Leslie sinks back into his chair and nods for me to continue. Meyer offered me a deal for information. A deal? Are you serious? I nod, barely resisting the urge to rub my forehead. Details on the mob being exchanged for... This sort of digs, I can barely say it out loud. In exchange for, cake. Oh, come off it, Richter. Tell me what you actually wanted. I know you're trying to get revenge for me teasing you, but... I'm being a serious boss. You wanted a cake. Pointing at the paper bag that holds Leslie half-eaten breakfast, I put on the straightest face I can manage. It's from the neighborhood around Little Italy, right? Obviously, that place is owned by the Italian gangs, so he can't get too close. But as for why he wants one, I've got no clue, boss. Maybe a kid at home who likes some sweet tooth, forbidden fruit, or all the above, who knows? It's reeks of a setup, Richter. Isn't that obvious? Leslie wrinkles his nose, but the reaction I expected. Really, not an unfair one. I thought about that, believe me. But if it was a setup, why would he invite me back? Wouldn't it have been easier to get rid of me right there? And he could have made his offer sound more serious, too. Anyone with a brain would be suspicious. That's true, I suppose. Still don't like it, though. Not one bit. Lets out a heavy sigh, sticking a hand into the bag with his cake, taking off a piece to idly munch on. Well, while you were having the time of your life last night, I was chatting with Mr. FBI. Apparently one of the city's politicians is hosting a big party at the hotel tonight. Thanks to our contact, I've got his passes inside. Because you know what's going to be at the party, my dear Richter? A lot of liquor. A hell of a lot of liquor. Whatever, I said it. Probably provided by the main source in Cleveland. Leslie and I exchanged knowing looks. I can already see what he's getting at. So you want to scoop it out for information? It's a good bat, and a safe one. Once folks get drunk, there's no telling what kind of juicy information will get out of them. If we're lucky, some of it might even be related to our case. I wouldn't count on it. We snicker. In our line of work, both of us have seen our fair share of these ritzy orgies. Ritzy? To be glamorous and stylish, sometimes a negative sense of being gaudy. Gaudy? Term stems from Ritz, later Ritz-Carlton, hotels famously opulent. Okay. I think you should come to the party with me tonight. With your smarts and my good looks, we're bound to find something out. And if you want my honest opinion, let me guess, he doesn't want us to go with the guy. With Meyer. Leslie goes thoughtfully silent for a moment. Then, a more serious look darkens his brow. I think this rendezvous at the Speak is too risky. Okay, I thought it was short for Speaksy. Okay. Even if Meyer doesn't mean you any harm, any other mob types around there might not feel the same way. But I also don't think you're green enough to walk into a death trap. Gee, thanks, boss. When I roll my eyes, Leslie offers me a soft, affectionate smile. Kind he only puts on once in a blue moon. I'm heading to that party out of the way, but I trust your judgment. Richter, you can decide for yourself where to go tonight. What it'll be. As much as I hate to disappoint Leslie, my instincts are telling me Speakeasy is worth a gamble. It's a risk, no doubt about it, but one I feel I have to take. Shifting out of my chair, I approach Leslie's desk and lean over it, giving him a firm look to show my conviction. Sorry, boss. I'm gonna try my luck with Meyer. There's a lead there. I just know it. So I guess our path is now on Meyer. I guess that's what we're set on. Like I expected, Leslie doesn't look too thrilled about my choice. But true to his word, he soon lets out a good-natured sigh. Heartlessly leaving your partner in the dust. So this is what it comes to, eh? Fine. I'll just enjoy the free party food myself. Not even going to bring me back a sandwich? Ask your new friend for one. Leslie huffs and snickers at his playful sulkiness, although I have to wonder if a little bit of it isn't genuine. Alright. But if you go, promise me you'll station a few officers near the Speakeasy, just in case something goes wrong. You never know when trouble might pop up. Yeah, that's fair. I'll make the calls this morning. Good boy. Then I won't worry. Well, I'll worry less about you. You're just out to ruffle my hair. Luckily, it wasn't already messy, so he can't inflict much more damage. Now let's cannonball into that stack of paperwork. Been looking forward to it all morning. Spent the rest of the day going through reports, most of them related to Italian gang activity on the east side. Doesn't exactly put me at ease for when I leave the office heading towards the Little Italy to pick up Meyer's cake. Keep picturing his face, and my mind wanders to how he might react when I hand this to him. Will it really make him happy? Aside from those distracting thoughts, though, my bakery trip is an uneventful one. Prized cargo in hand, I end up at the Speakeasy just as night's settling in. Keep going. Welcome, sir. Please enjoy your night. Dorman gives his customary greeting. I casually nod while stepping past. Here I am, a detective on a risky job, shuffling in the Speakeasy with a cake in a paper bag, like some kid holding onto his school lunch. Not my finest moment. Place is packed full, just like last night, which means I can't really pick Meyer out easily. I guess if I hang around the bar long enough, maybe he'll show up. Oh, it's Mr. Jack. Think? Whose voice? Different from mine. Okay. Weird feeling I thought it was someone else. Rails up behind me. Oh, it's him! Who are you? Turn to see one of the rough-looking men you noticed last night, staring at me suspiciously. I'm gonna pat you down. Make sure you aren't healed. Understand? What? No. No one did this to me last night. What's the big idea? Would you shut up? I'm not here to answer questions. Before I have a chance to protest further, grabs me and starts patting my pockets, roughly feeling around. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna be taking this for tonight. And pulled out the piece I've been carrying as insurance, just in case things went south. Okay, I had a feeling my piece it was referring to as a gun. So, guard maybe? Of some sort? Well, I feel even more like a defenseless kid. Great. Just don't pull any dumb moves and you'll be fine. We like to keep things real cordial around here, got it? Yeah, got it. Good. Then we'll be heading to the back room. Whatever, do you... Wait, the back room? Wait, where are you taking me? Wait! The man suddenly grabs my wrist, pulling me along Speak's perimeter. My heart starts to pound in my chest. What am I getting dragged into? Well, the officers not to get close to the place unless it's gone for a while. But who knows what will happen in the meantime. My semi-captor takes me to the back. The parlor and down a long, dark corridor. I don't know if you can tell I'm like randomly running out of breath. Whew. Music and laughter fade slowly into the distance, replaced by only the sound of our footsteps. Finally, we reach a large, black door, and the man knocks firmly on it several times. Come in. You have your cake! I think this is the reason why we're back here. The door opens in a warmly lit, spacious parlor. Not exactly a scary, dank room I've been expecting. And there, in the middle of a lush couch, is a familiar tall man. Mr. Eastman, your friend's here? Yes, I can see that. Thank you for bringing him in. Make sure no one intrudes on us if you'd be so kind. Yes, sir. With a polite nod, the other man departs, closing the door behind him with a soft click. Once he's gone, Meyer and I stare at each other for a few seconds in silence. I can only think that this dramatic reintroduction was deliberate. He knows I could read the subtext. Well, I brought you your cake. Put the bag in my hand and shake it a little, laughing nervously. I knew I could count on you. Please smile slowly spreads over his lips. The sight makes me relax a little. Pats the couch beside me, and I don't exactly feel like I'm in position to refuse. I approach and tentatively lower myself down, sinking into the soft cushions. Why, you're as stiff as a sheet of glass. What's wrong, Jack? Your secretary back there wasn't exactly the most gentle of fellows. I apologize. They're used to dealing with coarser individuals than yourself. See, and I forget, tell him to use his kid gloves. And I would mean to treat delicate or carefully. The term refers to gloves made from kid leather, given from a young goat. It's extremely soft, smooth. Okay. It's not that. I just was expecting all of this. All of this? You mean a nice back room in a speakeasy? Meyer gives me a fox innocent look. Right, that's obviously what I was referring to. Anyway, here, your prize. I hope it didn't get smushed when your lackey was just stilling me around. Oh, he seemed happy for it. I offer Meyer the bag with the cake, and his eyes light up. He takes it from my hands. And before we find out what happens next, I shall end the video here, because we're running out of time. So if you enjoyed the video, go hit the like button. If you want to see more what's going to happen next, maybe go hit the subscribe button to see what sort of trouble we may be getting ourselves into. And if you got anything to say, sit in the comments below. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next video, comrades. Goodbye.